Welcome to EDU World Space.
The formula we'll use for the margin of error, but the confidence intervals will be the sample means plus or minus the critical t times the sample standard deviation over the square root of the sample size. Now there are 10 in each. Actually, there are 10 for the women and 8 for the men. So let's do let's start with the women. And the critical T will be with 9 degrees of freedom, and the significance is 0.10 for 90%. And again, degrees of freedom for women will be 1 minus the sample size, which would be 9. And so that is 1.8331. Then the sample mean for women is 1,814.4 plus or minus the critical T times the standard deviation of women, which is 142.517 over the square root of the sample size. And we're doing this to the nearest integer. And so the lower boundary would be subtracting. And that would be 1732. And the upper boundary from adding is 1897. Now for men, the degrees of freedom is 7. And so your critical T will be 1.8946. And so the mean for the men is 2,162.125. The standard deviation for the men is 298.174. And there were 8 in that sample. And so the lower boundary to the nearest integer here would be 1,962, and the upper boundary from adding 2,362.